Good evening, crewmates. Camp Dandy here for some more Final Fantasy XIV goodness to continue on our quest with Clalin's journey through Realm Reborn and Final Fantasy XIV in general to its completion, as close as we can to it. As well as just me trying to get as much out of the story as potentially possible. We're continuing on where we left off last time, in which we're going to be doing the Monk, the Pugilist, and Monk side quests. I understand I did start a stream yesterday, but I did not get the save it. There were some issues, and I do apologize. So essentially, this is a remake of yesterday's stream. So without further ado, let's go in. Hope everyone's having a great evening tonight. I would have started my stream a little bit earlier, but well, it was. I had events to do with my family today. Good events, fun events. Family is always important. Whatever type of family you may have. Myself, I have two little ones, and as well as parents. And no, this was a family event, and that would explain my little bit of tardiness for now. But we're here after a great time with my family. I am back here to play Final Fantasy XIV to share with all of you. Alright, so let's jump right into Pugilist, or Monk then Pugilist. Oh yeah, I gotta put this here, unequip this, there we go. And we're gonna go to the city of Ul'dah. That's where the Pugilist Guild is. It is a nice, not too warm day here. But that is where I live, unfortunately, and that's just the way it is. So, when you get to come to Ul'dah, the Pugilist Guild, if you teleport to Ul'dah, the Pugilist Guild is actually right in front of the Aetheryte Crystal Plaza. Right here. You do not have to go far. And if you go further, you can actually see the sign of the Pugilist logo. The fist. Way of the fist. And so let's get this started. New game plus. DPS quest. Pugilist Monk. Commence. Yes. Now, based on what we learned from the Gladiator Paladin, this can take roughly a good couple hours, to my surprise. But also means that the story's been fleshed out quite well. So let's get started. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We Pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. There's no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you would walk the path of the Pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? Of course, yes. A decision you'll not regret. But before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential that you know something about our guild's storied past. Since time immemorial, man used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of barehanded bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles clashing together on the blood sands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when barehanded fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. Fun fact, Cornelia is actually a character also from Final Fantasy XI who's also involved in the monk quests, the monk story quest. Spoiler alert. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but God, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know when you're ready to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself for the Guildmaster's inspection? Accept. Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Bloodsands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You'll find him overseeing his charges yonder. Now go and show him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Past time you got your ass back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent. I swear to the gods. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as Guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer in the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up with in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yeah! Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, lass, to give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Ah, right, joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you got what it takes to go to the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Eye of the tiger. Yes, you have fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, lass. To help you on your way, I'll add some names to your hunting log, opponents that you might hone your skills against. And, so as to make a budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of Hora. They're a tad old and rusted, but they'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now, I have in mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with the weapons and let me know when you're ready to begin. Woo! Pugilist unlocked! Looking every bit of pugilist, lass. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Clalin. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Now, this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the Hora I just gave you. It counts for naught if you skewer the beasts with a spear or fry them with a spell, say. Alright, let's go enjoy ourselves. Oh, let's just get a few at once. Alright, let's go hit the shoes now. I really gotta work on this inventory. Oh, that one stay alive. Ooh. Let's go back here. Scorpion harness. Ah, you're back. And none the worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor's truly a blessed thing. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. So get out there, Clalin, and let your fists fly. When the time is right, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. You've been training hard, Clalin. Aye, I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength of your fists. I reckon you're ready for your next lesson. But before we begin, some warming up's in order. For this, I've scattered some gil across Ul'dah. I want you to run around the city and pick them up. Now, that's my money laying out there, so I want you to go out there like it's an Almajah war bent on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go on sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in the fight, else you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over. And you'd be sorry if you had bet on yourself. Alright, so where is it? Not here. It's over here, There's the other one. Those are this way. Alright. I think went inside the Pugilist skill, so I get that last. Why am I running? It says to run. What if I use teleport instead? That might be faster. Faded gil coins. Right, this is getting boring. Just sprint. Last one's inside the Pugilist Guild, I believe. Oh, it's in that area, anyways. Dun. There you are. That's my money laying out there, lass. I think you hurry and pick it all up before some vulture swoops on it. Bent and faded beyond recognition, even the most desperate of beggars will pause before accepting this coin. 500 gil? Crikey, this is good for a week's worth of. I mean, well done, Clalin. Now that you're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Tanalan. There you'll find 4 large stones. The trial stones, they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones a solid boot shine combo. The impact will arouse the earth spirits that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. And remember this, strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now, off you go, Clalin, and good luck. Cactuars! There's one of the trial stones. Oh, shiny. 1. 2. 3. 4. That's done. Whew. Hope everyone's having a good time so far. Yeah, so I'm not gonna rush these quests as much as I can. find if you try and rush a quest, you kind of... You're not putting as much of yourself into it. Hang on. Not who I thought. Thought of someone I knew, then I looked at the name a little bit more, it's not. Well, the first name's the same, the last name is not. I just thought someone's coming back, an old friend of mine. Who knows, could be them, but... As I learned, chances of having 1 in 10,000 or something. So you're doing the Earth Spirit what for? Well done, Clalin. By smiting stone and earth, you've forged unyielding weapons of your fist. You're a nigh endless fountain of vigor, Clalin. Aye, just like myself in my younger days. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. Well, of course she's promising. She's training under Hammond Holy Fist. That's our Master Hammond. Clalin, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Chuchuto. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hammond's right hand, though there's still much more I've yet to learn. Together, let us strive for mastery of our art. Chuchuto joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other, to be sure, but let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Clalin's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gill from her? My gear is rather worn down, and I do need the money for repairs. Yes. Clalin's future with us is bright indeed. If she keeps up her efforts, she may well become the next Holy Fist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's right, I'll have another little lesson for you. Ah, there you are, Clalin. I see you've been training hard as ever. Aye, your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time you learned the basics of combinations. Today, I would have you build upon that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild, along the merchant strip. By way of warm-up, I want you to deal each a solid boot-shine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townfolk who've gathered to watch. Alright. Oh, I think I already passed them. Alright. Now it's done. Let's go. So, the wooden dummies have felt your wrath? Good. Now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make you pugilist. What you need to know next is that not any hotchpotch of strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today, I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in a pugilist's arsenal. It goes like this. Lead in with a swift boot shine combo. Follow and keep your foe off balance with a true strike, then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. With combinations such as this will become second nature. You must if you expect to become an accomplished pugilist. Now, you need some opponents to practice on. The Kirkin that infest the rat's nest in central Clalin ought to serve. Hit them with snap punches 3 times, and you will call it a lesson well learned. Alright. I guess I can't trade this to anyone yet because I'm not in Rajat hand. I'm not sure where I picked this up actually. I gotta show this to a friend of mine. Hang on. Where is it? There's my Kirkins. Oh, I'm supposed to use the combo on him. Whoops. Just killing them. Alright, sorry guys. You've already mastered the snap punch combination? Crikey, Clalin, you're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but have to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I treat you to a demonstration here and now, except I'm liable to tear down the entire building in the process. Master Hammond has a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploit, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favorite is his victory over the fearsome marauder, Wideaxe, whom he felled with a combination so swift and seamless they say he couldn't see his hands, or so the legend goes. Ha ha ha! That one never gets old. Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is truly astounding, Clalin. If I don't keep on my toes, you're like to surprise me in a matter of moons. Just between you and me, Chuchoto's been in a slump of late. It all began with her closest friend and guildmate suddenly upped and disappeared. Urukuta is the lad's name, and he and Chuchoto joined the guild together. The two of them were born to refugees and were orphaned in the calamity. Not long after, I was made guildmaster. I found them on the streets, starved near to death. I did what any decent man would. I took them in, clothed them, and fed them. When they were strong again, they said they wanted to become pugilists like me, so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been best friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other up. What we knew what to become of Urukuta. But we're talking about you, Clalin. You've impressed me yet again, and I hope you continue to do so. Keep up the good work, you hear? Ah, there you are, Clalin. I hope you come prepared for a lesson. Today, I want you to go and fight the toxic toads that nest at the unholy air. Make no mistake, lass, these toads are huge, which means they have huge guts. But that's besides the point. The point is, you need to use your head to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, these toads hit hard. Fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well, so bide your time and wait for an opening. And when that opening shows, thwack, rip and tear through your foe with your fists. As proof that you've defeated the toads, I want you to bring back 5 of their legs. Chuchoto and I will be waiting for you at the Black Brush Station. Your lesson continues there. Alright. Go here. Yeah, I'm not gonna walk all the way there. No. Take him out. Do I have those feet right here? I do. I'm only listening for 4 areas. Okay. How much do I have of this? Do I have enough? Maybe for 1, not 2. let alone 4. All right. Yeah, that's all of them. So, did you bring me the toad legs? Not as toxic as the name would have you believe, and it tastes like chocobo. Uh-huh. I'm sure it is. Tasting exactly like a chocobo. Aye, this is the stuff, alright. Now I just need some butter, slice of some lemon, a pinch of... master? What I meant to say was you've done well to defeat the toxic toads, Clalin. For the next part of your lesson, we'll be putting your endurance to the test against... The talk was true. Heaven Holy Fist is really here. Ha ha ha! I can take nearly a step outside the guild without being flocked by fans. Such is the price of fame. Please, sir, I have grave need of your legendary skills. Somnus is being smuggled through Blackbreast Station. I reported this to the brass blades and the stone torches, asked them to put an end to it, but they both turned a blind eye. Somnus? That's the mind-warping substance made from dream flowers. Those who overindulge are said to fall into an eternal slumber. A dear friend suffered that very fate. That's why I want to put an end to the smuggling. But I'm just an ordinary person, and there's precious little I can do. Ha ha ha! You've done well to bring word to me, my friend. For as surely as Hammond Holyfist is my name, I'll see the smuggler scum thrown in a dungeon before the bell is through. 12 bless you, sir. You truly are a hero to us all. Ha ha ha! Slight change of plans, Clalin. In place of the endurance test, we're going to find and apprehend the smugglers. But first, we must gather information. You two, find out what you can from the people of Blackbreast Station. Report back once you've learned something. Okay. Actually, before we continue, guys, we're going to take one slight detour. There's an edge rank in Eastern Thanalan. We're going to go beat it up. Then we continue with the story. So, slight pause here. Someone's asking why I didn't have a job stone on. I was gonna. It looks like someone pulled early and did not wait for anybody else. Well, that's rude. All right. Back to where we were. All right, let's go to Blackbird Station again. Hey, Eva Smith, how's it going today? Doing. Not sure what's WSP. Sorry, I maybe do apologize if I am ignorant to that. The kids, I'm glad to join this stream. Hoping you're having a great night so far. Oh, WSP, what's up? Alright, so yeah, so far so good evening today. How about you yourself? Hope you have a good time so far. Drifting for some smugglers, you say? Word is they are associated with the Alacran, a coalition of cold-blooded criminals. But beware, they always act in alliance. There is an abandoned Kirkin lair a short distance west of the Coffer and Coffin. Decent folk tend to give that place a wide berth. Ideal for a smuggling operation, wouldn't you say? It appears a silver-haired Lalafell was seen skulking about the station recently. He was headed west, bearing a suspicious burden. The Alacran, a likely hideout, and a silver-haired Lalafell. I don't like the sound of this, not one bit. Like as not, the smugglers operate out of the abandoned Kirkin lair west of the Coffer and Coffin. We'll lie and wait for them there. Looks like we got a little fight coming up. Proceed. Proceed. Oh, balls. That's... Yeah, you really have done ourselves this time. Master Wigfar is bound to be pleased. Save the talk. We have crates to move. Ururukuta! Is it you? Ururukuta, it is you, isn't it? Chuchuto. And Master. It's been a while. You vanished from the guild with never a word, and we find you here smuggling somnus with these criminals? Villains? What is the meaning of this? Tuka, my boy, I didn't teach you how to fight so you can become a pox on the society. My students are known you must be held accountable. Chuchito, Clalin, your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers. You lot, take care of these meddlers. Meddlers? Alright. Back to you. Star Mammoth, let's go! Yeah! Mammoths are dead. Featherfoot! I wish we had Featherfoot again. But we're not going to get that anytime soon. So we're just going to punch this guy to death. Hey! That was mine! Bloody Chuchuto. I'm an holy fist. If you know who I am, then you'll know what's good for you. Come quietly, or there will be trouble. Holy fist? Don't make me laugh. You've been fooled, all of you. Who's fooling who? What in the world are you talking about? It was a dark night several moons ago. I was out in the wilds, training alone. From a distance, I caught sight of Master leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Thinking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels and was about to call out when I saw this. You would challenge the Holy Fist? You have fighting spirit, I'll grant you that, but you do well to know your limits. So be it. Yeah! Master? You read my every move. You're no ordinary mammoth. Master! All I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens when my time came. The gods are cruel. Master, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself! Now you've all seen with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a mammoth, a common bleeding mammoth. He would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth. I can scarce believe my eyes. Wait till Master Wakefire learns of this. That's a tough little mammoth. This is annoying. I don't want to hear buzzing during the middle of a cutscene. Forgive me, Chuchuto, Clalin. I didn't mean to deceive anyone, least of all my students. Hammond Holy Fist conquered every foe that stood before him, but he couldn't conquer old age. My strength, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man. I will be alone for a while. I'll make my own way back to the guild. From now on, you're to do as Chuchito bids, Clalin. Okay. Go here. He's not gonna talk? Fine. I've been doing some thinking, Clalin. While it is true that Master has been deceiving us, he meant us no harm. Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I'd have died in some ditch. I could never bring myself to hate him. Even if he were an ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, with the truth of his condition revealed, Master Hammond has lost his sense of purpose, his will to teach. I cannot bear to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence, and for this he needs to regain his former strength. Listen, Clalin, Master ever said that you remind him of his younger self. Were you to continue showing rapid improvement, I dare to hope that it would rekindle his fighting spirit. To this end, I would teach you a new technique, one which Master Hammond used to great effect during his prize fighting days. Steel Peak, it's called. It sees you channel your gathered chakra into a powerful attack, performed with your entire body. Make this technique your own, Clalin, and strive to grow stronger still. When next Master Hammond beholds you, he will surely be moved to action. Action learn mediation? That's not Steel Peak. What? You may want to update your meditation. Okay, yes, you're right. Oh, it's you, Clalin. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to teach you. If I ever did it all, you're far better off training under Chuchito. You'll find her over yonder. Just leave me be. I was so hopeful that seeing you improve in leaps and bounds would spur Master Hammond out of his doldrums. It seems more must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, if you were to train precisely as Master Hammond once did, overcoming the self-same challenges that he did in his youth, I dare say it would stoke the fires of his fighting spirit. Listen well, Clalin. Master once told me that he used to refine his combinations by provoking deadly creatures into unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Drybone to fight the hornet clouds there. To this day, the tree trunks that he struck to stir the Vilekin from their hides bear the mark of his fist. I want you to seek out these trees and do as Master Hammond once did. Strike them with the bootshine combo and fight the hornets clouds that emerge. Once you have felled enough of the creatures to collect 3 of their stingers, Return here and present them to Master Hammond. Thee will remind him of better days, I'm sure of it. What? Still alive? Oh, you're gone. Didn't expect to have to do that twice. Yeah, I guess, well, Monk's not like at level 90 like my Paladin is, so. Just to be expected. Yellow monster? Alright, get up here. Return to Ul'dah. Da. What is it now? Can't you leave a feeble old man in peace? These sharp appendages once contained a single drop of poison. It is, however, extremely difficult to remove one from the carcass of a hornet without the drop spilling. Thal's balls, these are hornet stingers. You trained as I once did in Drybone? Those hornet clouds were right pesky buggers. I fair lost count of the times they stung me, though I remember the places well enough. The pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. The memories of my younger days flooding back, what I wouldn't give to relive them. Clalin, I want you to fight me, right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again, to have nothing to lose and everything to gain. We're not. Here I come. Alright. Oh, that'll leave a bruise. Hey, it's all 4! Alright, let's try it again. Hey, I'm late. Alright, I'm around. Let's go, big guy. Come on! Holy fist! Okay. Yeah! God, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. Mayhap there's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet. See if I don't. What are you doing, old man? Learning how to walk? You're waiting for wild axe, white axe. Ain't no one called me that in ages. Nay, not since the day you defeated me on the blood sands. I gave up prize fighting after that for the humiliation, but it weren't long till I found my place in the Alakran. Your boy Rurukuta works for me now. Imagine me surprised when I learned that he used to train under the mighty Holy Fist. But Holy Fist ain't nothing but a name these days, so I'm told. How do you sleep at night knowing how flaccid you've become? Wow. Of course, if you're having trouble not enough, you could always try a whiff of somnus. I'll even give you a complimentary sample. But like as not, a doddering old sort like you won't ever wake up again. Shut your mouth, Wigfar, or I'll shut it for you. Now, let's be civilized for a moment, eh? We're old friends after all, and friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'd be glad to lend you a helping hand. By way of motivating ye, how's about we have a rematch? Of course, take place in public, just like old times. Oh, and there should be a fitting purse as well. Let's say the winner gets the Pugilist Guild. What? That's ridiculous. Master, you're not obligated to take him up on this. Ah, this must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after taking over the guild, I'll keep her on me as a personal assistant. Do you really need to fight him? Have no fear, Chuchuto. Master? Clalin, I don't mean to put undue pressure on you. But the fate of the guild rests upon your shoulders! I don't believe this. Listen to me, Chuchuto. I know I can do this. I just need Clalin to keep getting stronger, as she's been doing so far. Fighting her reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch business, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were to face Wakeford as I am now, I'd be down for the count in a matter of heartbeats. If not, lying dead in a pool of my own blood. But I'm determined to win, and I can with your help. Your presence sends my fighting spirits to raging, Clalin. So keep at your training. I promise to do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here and we'll both continue our lessons. I swear, each time I see you, you remind me more and more of my younger self. At this rate, you're like to transform into a handsome devil before the moon's over. Now then, I believe you're here to learn. Unfortunately, I'm in no condition to teach. This is rather embarrassing to admit, but in my eagerness to prepare for the big rematch, I have overtrained and thrown my back out. I tell you, old age is hell's. I feel Chichito might have to tend to you in my stead. Let me boot shine your back for you. That'll fix it. It seems the prospect of facing his old rival has lit a veritable fire under Master Hammond's backside. I'm so relieved to see that he has a purpose again. The trick now is to keep a lid on his zeal, lest he injure himself. But let us speak of your lesson. When you're ready, come and meet me at Little Alamigo. I have a challenge in mind that you are certain to find stimulating. Little al amigo. Little al amigo. Al amigo. Hey, Chichito. I've been waiting for you, Clalin. Today, your training will be to prepare for Master Hammond's training. I brought with me a set of striking dummies, and I want you to deploy them at certain locations. Lest you think this task to be drudgery, the right locations are rife with peril. Your skills will most certainly be put to the test. By way of advice, if you approach dangerous fiends, lightness of foot is your greatest ally. Off with you now, Clalin. Go set up those striking dummies. I shall await your return. Destination. A wooden dummy outfitted with several pegs. Basic training equipment for any aspiring pugilist. I should have taken. Yeah, I'm just gonna take my chocobo for this. This is getting a bit tedious running around. So for you folks, I do apologize for that. Alright, here we go. Excellent work, Clalin. All that's left is that Master Hammond come and train. What are you doing here? The adventure has is a negative influence on Master Hammond. I'm gonna see it. She never bothers him again. What are you talking about? Clalin's the best thing that happened to Master Hammond in years. If you want a piece of her, you're gonna have to deal with me too. Screw the mammoth. This mammoth's a fearful mammoth. Oh, thank God. Yes? Oh, that guy's like 11 levels higher than me. Yeah. Why, Rurukuta? Why are you so bent on bringing down Master Hammond and seeing the guild in ruins? You have it all wrong, and doing this for the Master's own sake. It's true, I left the guild for the shock of seeing Master in that pathetic state. And it's true I got involved with some unsavory types. But was else was I supposed to go? Me, a refugee without a guild to his name. But for all the ungrateful things I've done, I've never forgotten how Master Hammond took me in and instructed me in the way of the fist. That's why I want him. That's why I want him to give up this foolish notion of facing Wegfar. You don't know what a man like. You don't know what that man like. I do, Chuchuto. Should this fight come to pass, I fear Master won't walk away with his life. It doesn't matter that the Master is growing weak and feeble. I just want him to live, even if it means having him swallow his pride. Oh, Rurukuta, why didn't you just say so? But now that I know your mind, I can say with confidence that you have no cause to fear. Clalin is not the plague like you think she is. It's her will to succeed that's inspiring Master to regain his former strength. And when the date of the rematch finally comes, I've no doubt he will wallop that odious Wigfar to the 7th hell and back. I pray you're right. But whatever happens, know that I cannot help you. Not where I am, Chuchuto. Clalin, I leave Master Hammond in your care. Gods, that felt liberating. Trading blows with Rurukuta and learning his true agenda. A great burden has been lifted off my chest. Let's return to the guild, Clalin. You've had your training, and now it's time to Master Hammond's. I'll be back and something good. Get something to drink. small snack. Welcome back, Clalin. I'm told you've kindly set up some dummies for me. But God's woman, did you have to put them in such dangerous places? To make matters worse, Chuchito's hidden my grog and says I won't see a drop until I've finished my trainer's training. How the hell am I supposed to loosen my phlegm now? That girl will make a fine guildmaster when the time comes. I've heard Urukuta as well. I've heard about Urukuta as well, of course. For all his shortcomings, the boy has a good heart. But while his concern is touching, I won't run from Wigfar. Not today, and not ever. On that note, I'd best get ready for my little jaunt to Little Alamigo. If I can't face down a few mindless beasts, I'm in no shape to challenge Wigfar. Don't slack off, Clalin, or I'll leave you in my dusty wake. I'm pleased to say I managed to find and track all the dummies. You did well to deploy them where you did last. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, and I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll take it by having another bout with you. I want you to meet me. I want you to meet me out in the Sagoli Desert at a settlement called Forgotten Springs. That place is home to the most luscious Mikote maidens this side of Eorzea. Gosh, I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. This landscape takes me back, it does. Sand as far as the eye can see, crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet, scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. I well remember these things, but my body has forgotten the seamless combinations that earned me the epitaph of Holy Fist. That's where I'd have you enter, Clalin. Sparring with you is what first got me back into the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job. But before we can begin, some warm-up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dune to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you here. What? Don't I need a warm-up too? Oh, don't you worry. I had mine long before you arrived. Those nowhere buggers never knew what hit them. If you want to be outdone by this old man, If you don't want to be outdone by this old man, you'd best run along and give them more of the same. this one. Oh, he's dead. Hammond Holy Fist. Ah, so you've seen through the sandworms? Marvelous. Now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident that I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wegfire, I'll need more than just endurance. I'll need to remember how each strike transitions to the next, and you're gonna help me refresh my memory by pummeling my sense back into me. Give it more. This is the Phoenix. Wow. Yay, level 35. That's what I call growing pains. Okay. Okay. Hey, level 30. Hundred fists? Not really yet. I used to, that 100 fists was the special move to our ability of monks in 1.0. For Final Fantasy 11. It allowed you for I think 30 seconds or a minute to just keep striking someone with no wait time between each strike. Just go, 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 go. I've got it. As a river flows to the sea, heedless of all that bars its path, so too must our combinations be. Ooh, that even rhymes. Thank you, Clalin. The raging torrent of your blows has been a streak of lightning to my brain gaze. I remember everything. My master, it's Rigfar. The man is back in Ul'Dan. He's demanding you fight him. Now! So it begins. Very well, I will go settle the score with Rigfar. He will be the first to know that the Holy Fist has returned. Alright. Here we go. Return of the Holy Fist. I didn't expect you to come so soon, if at all. You sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason, and I'd sooner not have to hurt ye. Just give up now, and we can put an end to this mummer's farce. You can live out the rest of your days in peace. The only mummer's farce I see is a man trying to squirm his way out of his self-wrought challenge. Well, I'm going to make you the same offer. Walk away, and you won't get hurt. They say having a holy fist is going to perform his legendary technique. Right here in the avenue? In the avenue? Is it safe? I see age has robbed you of your wits as well as your strength. Well, if you're so eager to pain, who am I to deny it to ye? Just remember, there ain't no going back once your head goes flying. Just like old times, eh, Wakefire? Did you see that? Because I sure as hell didn't. He was way too fast. No, this can't be. I refuse to be beaten by a senile old man. Get your archers out here, all of ye. In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. It's a draft of it, and your body turns as hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Stubborn bugger. Ooh, Guta? But why? I refuse to fight on the side of cheats. Say your prayers to whatever gods you keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mothers will recognize you. Start with you. I'll lop off your heads and shake down your necks. What a lovely image. Those guys can perhaps not take as much damage, but I'm not interested in sticking around to find out. You did it, Master Hammond. You won! Master? No, Chuchoto. We won. This victory wasn't mine alone. Holy fisticuffs, that was incredible! You wiped the avenue with these crooks. I'm gonna tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here. Our work here is done. Let's all go home to the guild. Da, 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 da. I want to thank you again, Clalin. It's because of you I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Urukuta's come to his senses, and Chuchuko's back to her bubbly self. Please forgive me, Master. I'll have no more to do with the Alacran. I'll roam the land until I find myself and strive to become a great pugilist like yourself. You've only just returned and you're leaving us already? I don't suppose there's aught I can say that will change your mind, but if you ever want company or a sparring partner, I know you're always welcome here. Youthful vigor is a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's not a doubt in my mind that you'll make me proud. That's true, Clalin. Your combinations were a sight to behold and right painful to receive. In helping me with my training, you've come into your own as a pugilist. The time's right that I taught you the technique that won me countless bouts on the blood sand. I call it demolish. Unleashed when in the curl form, it combines powerful punches and kicks that'll send your opponents reeling. You've grown strong, Clalin, but your journey as a pugilist is far from over. To get as far as I have, you have to overcome many and more trials and tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident that you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with convictions, there's nothing you can't achieve. I am the living proof. Forge forward, young one, and create a legend for yourself never to be forgot. Learn demolish! Alright, so that's the first part done, pugilist. Start with the second one, which will start off with the monk, first part of the monk story. Famed Eorasian military historian Professor Eric insists on investigating ancient battlefields plagued by savage beasts, and the Pugilist Guild would ask you to serve as his bodyguard. After arriving at the excavation site, you and the professor chance to meet Widergeld, who senses the energies of the land who senses the energies of the land has opened one of your chakras. It is for that reason he gifts you with a soul crystal and bids you train to control the life force within yourself to master the art of the monk. Commence. Let's go. Proceed. Tell me, do you know of Professor Eric? He is a scholar of yours in military history whose genius is second to none, and he is among our most valued clients. Some find him to be verbose, tedious, haughty, but never mind all that. The man spends more gil on the moon's research than most people see in a lifetime, hence our amicable relations. His latest work has him visiting the sites of ancient battlefields. He insists on surveying lands plagued by savage beasts. According to him, the beasts keep man away, unless intrusion by man means greater preservation. Whatever his reasons, should the professor meet an untimely fate, he will be unable to collect the gil he was borrowed, much less the interest. Oh, and it would be a terrible loss for the academic community and so far, and so on and so forth. Yes. The point is, the man needs to be guarded. To that end, I sent a monk of Alamigo to see to his safety, but it turns out the bloody oaf has no work ethic about him, just like an Alamigan. The professor cannot focus on his work if he feels endangered, and so has demanded we assign him a new bodyguard. That's why I'm so glad to see you, Clalin. The professor is waiting his new escort as we speak, and I'd like for it to be you. You're yet a mere pugilist. Perhaps this task will provide some insight into what it is. Let me restart that. You're yet a mere pugilist. Perhaps this task will provide some insight into what it is the monk does around here. Make for the Goldsmiths Guild and seek out our good Professor Eric. The professor claims he will pay his debt and the fees for his protection once his research is complete. See to it our investment doesn't end up under the paw or in the maw of some nasty beast. Alright. There he is, Professor Eric. Ah, my punch-prone maidservant, I presume. You may and shall call me Eric. You are to guard my life, even at the cost of your own, and aid in my revolutionary research whenever and however asked. Know that my primary endeavor is to reconstruct the military histories of old through the ethereal analysis of ancient battlefields. I assume the words conjure in your simple mind romantic images of vast plains and open valleys, with armies charging blindly at one another. False. I seek to know where the armies of old were deployed, where they made camp and marched. No doubt you would think such land to be those snug in the songs of bards. False. They are here, beneath our very feet, and to find them and determine precisely how events unfolded upon them is my purpose. No doubt you jumped at the chance to aid in my work. Tell me, which of my treatises have you read? All? None? God, I knew you adventurers had a reputation for being unlettered. I didn't know you actually made efforts to remain so... matters not. I require only that you work with diligence. Unlike that white-old gelt buffoon, the man proved to be a sloth itself. Alas, he is a monk of Alamigo. I suppose the fool was too busy opening his chakra or whatever those barbarians do all day. I admit he seemed keenly interested in my research, but now he's gone off to 12 knows where and has yet to return. Do you understand the sheer magnitude of this inconvenience? Good. You show that much promise at least. But let us speak more of my work. Our first destination is the Sildi excavation in central Thanalan. I believe events of great import to the history of Sildi transpired there. Surely if you have ears you have heard of Sildi, or are you deaf as well as dull? Very well. I see you require instruction. It would be remiss of me as an academic to allow you to wallow in such ignorance. Sildi was plunged into chaos in the wake of King Lalawifu's demise, or the King of Springs as he was known. Despite the success of economic reforms, yada yada yada, fermented unrest among the people, yada yada, resulting in violent outbreaks throughout the kingdom. Sildi Yadi, Sultan at the time, distant descendant, attack was ordered. And so, irony of ironies, hasn't been for that horse. Fascinating, is it not? It is enough to convince one things could not have happened any other way, no? False. One among my colleagues disagreed with this interpretation of events. He claimed to have evidence suggesting otherwise, but all trace of it disappeared before it was published. Mine own research shall unearth any such evidence should it truly exist. I shall know the truth. Granted, you're not the brightest coal in the brazier, but surely one such a prospect entices even you. And so, we make for the Sildi excavation site in central Clalin. Travel the way before me and to see that it is safe, and once there, set up this etherometer. And should you ever care to know more of the Eurasian military history, do come and see. It is a personal crusade of mine to guide the dullards of this realm towards some mediocre of enlightenment. Alright. I wonder if I can jump down this waterfall. You can! Alright. As soon as there's a bit of time. Yeah, by doing these job quests, also you learn a little bit more of the world's history as well. Maybe some bias history, but still. An odd contraption used for measuring the surrounding ether levels. Proceed. Well done. Now we need only wait for the etherometer to gauge the There are fiends about Clalin. They're often drawn to the lingering sense of blood and death. Well, this is what you're here for. Have at it. Yes. Ibisu. Okay, we're not done yet. Drop kick! What a gut. So good you would drag yourself all this way, you burbling sluggard. Ah, and Clalin, you have far exceeded what admittedly low expectations I had of you. I suppose introductions are in order. Far be it from me to deny the realms unread the comfort of one another's company. Wadogult, Wadogult, Clalin, Wadogult. The monk I spoke of sent me. The monk I spoke of sent to me by Gagaruna. I tried to make a pupil of Wadogult as well, but he has little mind for history. His primitive beliefs in the witchcraft of chakra and spiritual energies have a tenacious hold on him. Oh, truly? This is the area. Truly, this is the area where there have been sightings of walking dead? I have heard the tales. Some claim they have seen an apparition wearing the garb of an ancient commander. Careful, there are still dangers about. His work is dear to him. That is good. He searches for knowledge, for truth. Discovery awakens him. You too have awoken, friend. Can you not feel it? Do not be frightened. Here was a battle long ago. Much energy remains. It has found you. It flows through you. Your chakra has been opened. This was the light that shone from you. It is as Eric said. Wadagult is my name. I am a brother of the monkhood. My order is the Fist of Ralger. Our way is to train the body and mind. The fist is our weapon. With it, we put down our enemies. The energy within us moves the fist. The chakra is the seat of that energy. It is the sacred place. It can be opened, and the life force within controlled. Chakra exists in all that lives, in all beings. Yet not all beings can open them. Much training is needed, and great discipline. With these, the life force can be commanded. There are those who require no training. Their inner strength is such that it forces the chakra open. I have heard of this happening, but never have I seen it until now. I see in you great conviction. You mean to walk the monk's path, and so I will give this to you, a soul crystal, the mark of my order. Mark of my order. None but a monk may hold it, and only then will the orders leave. But your chakra is awakened, that is clear, and so you are worthy. Many bore that crystal before you. It remembers them, their breath and their movement. They will one day be yours, but your chakra must open further. Only then can the crystal's memory enter you. This is no more than the beginning. Now you must train, learn to control the life force within you. With time, you will master it. We stand on the ancient battleground. A great war was waged here. The spirit of the fight lingers. The ether reaches for the chakra. It aids in their opening. This is why we monks seek such lands. Eric seeks these lands for reasons of his own. Let me repeat that. Eric seeks these lands for reasons of his own. The fates favor you in this. Follow him. Your chakra will grow ever more. Professor Eric is leaving. Fear not, I will see to his safety. Please, sister, The therometer. Gather it, and bring it to the Goldsmith Guild. I'm going to the wrong place. Well, look as Santa graced us with her presence. Did you enjoy the saunter back? I was just about to begin my analysis, so if you've matters you wish to speak on, I'd ask that you save it for. You've brought the therometer. Excellent. I had a feeling it might not be entirely useless. Now, let us see what discoveries await. Water got passed along the soul crystal to you? Moved to join the monk by the boneheaded clout, were you? Well, I suppose it is for the best that my pupils get along. But I do believe I will see to it that you're sent to separate locations for the next round of measurements. And I dare say the land to which I intend to send you is fraught with dangers. You had best tread the monk's path quickly if you mean to protect it, if you mean to defend yourself, and me besides. Monk unlocked! Woo! Rockbreaker. Do this properly. Just the people I was hoping to see. I was a hair's breadth from setting out on my own. To look at you, yes, I dare say you appear to have been growing in brawn at the expense of brain. Right. Well, let us measure some ether, shall we? And by that I mean you. Oh, and the monk simpleton, of course. Though, contrary to his nature, he has already sent out to the destination I assigned him. Thinking perhaps that you are too stupid to take... Thinking perhaps that you are too stupid to take, much less understand etheric readings? Think perhaps that you're far too stupid to take or much less understand etheric readings? It is true, you are stupid, but the etherometer shall do all the work for you, and transmit the data back to me. As souls more suited to action, the monk simpleton and yourself need only carry the device on your person and set about beating on things as you always do. It shall capture data as you trudge about and hither and yon. Ether is not only the source of all magic, but also the fount of all life. Yet despite its ubiquity, it remains imperceptible. When a living thing dies, the ether comprising its life is released. When this discharge takes place, a portion of that ether remains, lingering in the physical world. No doubt yada yada yada, ethereal crystallizations, physical manifestations, apparitions of the deceased, luminescent glow, known as the ethereal threshold. In short, the more violent and dramatic the loss of life, the greater the amount of the ether left behind, either in its imperceptible form or in crystallizations. And where are the most lives lost in this manner? Cemeteries! No, cemeteries? No, false, you idiot. Battlefields! Do you not see? With etheric readings of those locations, we can discern the scale and more of the battles that took place there. As for those fools' beliefs that the monkhood keeps, chakra and spiritual energies and whatnot, if I were to allow that they truly exist, I would be inclined to say they are one and the same as ether itself. The ether churning around those ancient battle sites come to naturally settle into the surrounding life, both plant and animal, though more so in the latter. It accumulates within them, filling the beast and releases that ether, causing a surge that resonates with the ether within you, causing it to expand, the so-called opening of the chakra. By this, the very power of life itself within you grows. A watered-down explanation, but adequate for one of your mental prowess, I believe. Mine own wife never had the patience for such things either, nor my passion. She cursed me and my work, took our children, and returned to Alamigo. But now is not the time for that tale. The area I'm placing you in charge is Bloodshore in eastern Lanosha. Place the etherometer in the appropriate location, and after a spell, retrieve it and bring it to me. I obtain the data I require, and you and your mock simpleton are afforded the chance to indulge your, how should I put this, charming little backwater fantasies. All are happy. Ideally, I would prefer you have a knowledgeable understanding of Bloodshore's history, but I fear we lack the time for me to educate you. I need hardly tell you that my research takes precedent over your schooling. Okay, we're in parts of Bloodshore. That area, okay. You brought the thermometer? It seems the device has suffered some damage. I suppose such things are unavoidable in this line of work. I may see to its repairs at once. That is, after all, why I put you here. That's why, after all, I put up here at the Goldsmith Guild. My thermometer is no ordinary device. I came up with the elaborate design myself, had the finest engineers at Garland Ironworks draft the schematics, and then commissioned the most talented goldsmiths to fabricate it. Wadogelt delivered the results of his outing not long ago. I must insist that you take your leave of me now. There is a wealth of data for me to analyze, and I fear that simply having you nearby will somehow affect the processing power of my brain. Repairing the thermometer and determining which locations to next investigate will require some time. Why don't you go and train those muscles of yours, or whatever it is that you do in my absence? Thunderclap! Ah, dear Clalin, so good to see. So good of you to trouble yourself to come. Normally I might be cross, but my spirits are far too high just now. And it is you that I have to thank. I speak of the data you procured. It is simply marvelous. You have a true gift for grunt work, my friend. I wish I had 100 more assistants just like you. I have been in this field for a very long time, and I have been alone. Ever since that unfortunate mold tea fungus culture incident sparked my passion for research, I regret nothing. Save perhaps having to share so wondrous a world with souls as unlearned as yourself, still your performance has not left me completely bereft of joy. It is rewarding to think that my instruction has guided you to such success. There, now, there, how was it? Shall we dispense with any further pleasantries? Very good then. I made yet another career-defining discovery while pondering which battlefield to measure next. The origin has hold to numerous locations where the ether is at an intensely chaotic state, yet which never played host to any war. My hypothesis was that such flux in the ether was indicative of a past battle, and all my research has predicated upon this. But turn the theory on its head, Clalin, if your mind is able. What if the people of the past chose areas of rolling ether to hold their battles? I have already sent the simpleton monk to take measures of the Firesand Banks. As you are doubtless unaware, that this lies on the border between El Amigo and Gridania, and was the stage of the Autumn War. I ask that you find our monk friend and collect his thermometer. Manual and tedious, yes, but he has an early make of the device that is unable to transmit data. I gather the numbskull is in Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan by this time. You think I ask much of you? False. I ask more. Your other task is to travel to Snake Malt and the South Shroud, and there take measurements with your own thermometer. I will conduct my own research here in your absence. Mind you, if you care to know aught at all of the Autumn War and Firesand Banks upon which it was fought, I would gladly enlighten you. You need only ask. There we go. You have come. It is good to see you, sister. You come for my thermometer. It is not ready to give. My work is not finished. I came as soon as I was told, but the readings require more time. Do not worry. They will be ready soon. You make for Snake Malt and the South Shroud? Eric believes the ether strong there, yet that land hosted no great battles. He told me as much She told me as much this morning. Leave me to my task here. Make for snake molt. Take your readings. My work will soon be done here. Will soon be done. I will deliver the device to you. I have troubled you to come here. I will not trouble you to wait. Go. We will meet again at Snake Molt, sister. Hello. More? Well done, sister. I feel your chakra. It has grown. I hope to arrive before you, but I see I am late. The land's power has gone to you. There is nothing left for me here. It is as I told you. We monks travel where ether flows strong. There we train. The power of the land enters us. Thus our chakra expand. This bonding causes great unrest. The land's energy becomes unstable. It would enter no other until it calms. I feel nothing here. Should feel nothing at fire. I feel nothing here, as you would feel nothing at Firesand Banks. The land bonded to my chakra, and its ether is now at unrest. The teacher's work means nothing. I took no readings. I meant to hasten here, but I was delayed. There was a gathering of the Malkud. I was summoned to Little Alamigo. The teacher's chidings. Worry not. I'll use my device here. Any result will suffice. The man has already reached his conclusion. He will twist the data to fit. It is a sad existence to sacrifice all for truth, yet be unable to truly know when one sees it. Speak not of this to him, sister. You see. Speak not of this to him, sister. You see both our aims. You know mine to be more worthy. I tell this to you. You and you alone. I am a member of the Alamigan resistance. I fight for freedom from Garlemald. I escaped the occupation. I come here to fight, to gather allies and weapons. But these lands sadden me. The people have forgotten. Alamigo is a distant memory. The resistance here is small. They aid where they can, but it is not enough. This war demands great power. The power lies in the chakra. The teacher is not an evil man, but he thinks only of his work, not the suffering of innocence. His knowledge can be used for good. The battlefields, they can turn the tide. The chakra of many must be opened. If this way is lost to me, no, I will have this power. I must. An end to oppression, an end to starvation. Alamigo will be made free. I will set it done. Forgive my speech, it is a matter close to my heart. I will give to you my device, but I ask that you say nothing of this to Eric. I beg you, sister. There we go. Still gotta wait 3 minutes. I trust you returned both of my therometers. Please tell me you fumbling dolts haven't managed to damage either one of them this time. An odd chat bored by Widergalt used for measuring surrounding ether levels. All look to be in order here. The readings from your device, they look promising. Very promising. Indeed. I dare say this data may yield revolutionary results. Your chakra opened a bit more, did it? Yes, well, ether is a most mysterious and wonderful thing. I'm glad this meaningful research could serve your nonsensical ends as well. Now, leave me to my work. Surely you can find some simple way to pass the time. Fighting, say, or I don't know, scratching. You two play me for a fool. The data that Simpleton Monk brought me was absolutely astounding, groundbreaking, revolutionary. Yet I remained objective in my analysis, as a scholar must. Poring over the data, I have finally arrived at a disheartening conclusion. The two of you took measures of the same area. The values were near identical, equivalences mocked me as I struggled to reconcile them. I could neither sleep nor eat lest I waste time not drawing near. I could neither sleep nor eat lest I waste time not drawing near to the truth. And for what? Tell me, what is it you two were doing in the field? We were picking flowers. Not this bloody chakra nonsense again. How many times must I tell you? It is not but imperceptible ether. Call it what it is. And I think I had a mind to put your names under mine for when the hypothesis was published. This life force, this spiritual energy, this God-forsaken eternal soul essence. I care not what primitive nomenclature those backwater monks wish to assign it. It is ether, plain and simple. They claim that they are able to manipulate and amplify it through discipline and opening the so-called chakra. False. This is nothing more than ethereal regulation of organisms, a basis and natural concept. It is an attempt to explain that which science does not yet fully understand. The monks have erected an institution of control. Their preachings are unassailable by design, for none can disprove the existence of the unknowable. They promise power in return for abjection and servitude, power and control indeed. Only that of man. It is the very essence of a religion and should be treated with contempt, as all religion should. Ether resides in all living things, as do natural mechanisms with the capacity to regulate it. This is simply life, not some mystical, supernatural endowment. I concede, of course, that the heightened mental faculties of mind allow for the potential to gain conscious control over those mechanisms. Indeed, it would appear that you and the simpleton monk have already achieved that end. The indiscretion and impertinence of the youth. I suppose it can be forgiven once. In my own youth, I was not the model of perfection you see before you. I too made what some might call mistakes. Not myself, not many, not myself, but some. In our talks together, the simpleton monk often spoke of the seventh chakra. Its awakening is thought to be the highest achievement among the monkhood. I make it a habit to know the tenets of my intellectual enemies. It was the flow of the ether within two of you which betrayed your falsehood. The whispering of the chakra, as I'm sure the monks would rush to call it. But serendipity most often visits the industrious. Just so, it is precisely these ethereal whispers that prove to be the most intriguing. The wave of these sounds resonated perfectly with the ether of the battleground. I can see by your vapid expression that you are missing my point. Allow me to spell it out. It follows that if one were to visit a battlefield with a certain ethereal wave amplitude and frequency, it would resonate with one's own ether. This is the phenomena responsible for the initial opening of your chakra. I can't believe I'm reduced to speaking in these terms. It stands to reason that for any ethereal wave, there may be a location that will resonate with it. Think of the implications. If the seventh chakra the monks speak of truly exists, then so too must an ultimate battleground to bond with it. The concentration of ether in such a place would be unlike anything ever recorded. I forgive your past treachery. Guide me as it is. I forgive your past treachery. Guide me as it did to this great discovery. That and I need to do more. That and I need you to do more work for me. Here, take this new therometer. Make for Lark's Call in the East Shroud. My research indicates it is a very promising tract indeed. Set up the therometer as you have others in the past, and then kill whatever you must to obtain a strong reading. The slain beast there will release the ether of the land they're steeped in, and it may resonate with your own. I suppose the primitive terms of the monkhood. That would translate to expansion of your chakra. Oh, and you'll not be crossing paths with the simpleton monk this time. I'll be sending him to take readings at East End. I have no intention of allowing you two to conspire to impede my research again. If you care to know more about the events that have transpired at Lark's Call, I suggest you pay a visit to your local library. East End, on the other hand, is a fascinating subject of which I never tire speaking. Ask me about it any time if your curiosity ever gets the better of you. Alright, Lark's Call. nice. All right. I very much look forward to the readings of both yours and Radagot's thermometers. What's this? You already finished. Then what are you standing there for? Come, come, give me the thermometer. Amazing, simply amazing. And your soul crystal, it's glowing more vibrantly than ever before, is it not? I'll begin my analysis of the data with all haste. You've come to be quite the model pupil, Clalin. What that I could say the same of the monk simpleton. I can see the feeble gears turning in your mind. Come, there's no need to feel ashamed of your ignorance. If you wish to know more what has transpired, you need only ask. I promise to use small words. Four-point fury. I've already used that. The simpleton monk asked that I send you his way should I see you. He waits for you at Little Alamigo in southern Clalin. Surely you see what I've got for the danger he is. His is the most dangerous type of mind, one blinded by revolution and revenge. I do wish you tell him yourself that people should live for the future rather than the past. You thought I did not know that he was of the Alamigan resistance? How saddening it is that on the rare occasions you do trouble yourself to think you're wrong. Of course I know. What matter of imbecile do you take me for? No doubt Radagast thinks me the idiot. False. These two I see more than you know. I too am an Alamigan, and love my homeland every bit as much as he. Go now, hurry to Alamigo. I will keep you no longer. No doubt Radagast is already awaiting your arrival. You spoke to Eric. You spoke to Eric. Do not lie to me, sister. You told him who I am, what I seek to do. I am not angered. He tried to sway me from my path. He believes resistance will only leave more dead. I expected as much from him. I feigned understanding. He asked much of me, of the monkhood and the fist. He asked of the seventh chakra. My answers excited him. He said he would advance his studies. I too learned from him. I am near the seventh chakra now. Soon the resistance will rise. You too will see, very soon. Others do not understand. Alamigo tried to protect them. We were the shield of the realm. We bled to fend off Garlemald. None here know our suffering. None here can imagine it. The lives we led after the fall, and after the shield was sundered. I have traveled far and wide. I have met many souls, but none as you. You have a gift. Yours is a great strength. Unite it to our sister. Help us reclaim our home. Your efforts will be rewarded. Look upon my garments. This is the war garb of the monkhood. It attunes to the wearer's chakra, enables it to realize its full expression. The cloth is imbued with the power of Ralgar. Only monks are the first may don it. Only those who overcome many trials. I will tell you how it can be yours. Fear not, I require you to speak no vows. I ask only that you fight with us. Give yourself to our cause. You long for adventure, I understand, but such longings can wait. This cannot. See Alamigo freed, then enjoy your own freedoms. What say you, sister? Sure. You have the heart of a true monk. You are different from the others in this realm. Hear this. A set of our war god was stolen. The fist has tracked down the bandits. We know now where three of the relics are. Here in southern Clalin, the sepulchre and the circle of the tempered. And in northern Clalin, the abandoned Amaljas mithril mine. Your soul crystal will react to the relics. Draw them near and they will glow. By this power, you can find them. The fist's honor has been trampled upon. Make the heretics you find pay for their sins. Eric has sold his soul to the land, but he is a knowledgeable man. He knows more than I of the monkhood and of the fist. Speak with him if you would know more of our way. The man revels in hearing himself speak. I await the day we fight side by side, sister. Go now, and go well. Alright, yeah, after this, monk run, I'm gonna probably the only stream and part of the stream I'm doing today. I do apologize, the next two streams will be similar to this, as these jobs are taking longer than I thought they'd take. You have returned. The first three relics are yours, and now the fifth has located the fourth. There's a Kirkin merchant who deals in contraband. The fourth relic is among his wares. Hurry to Lenosha, find his Kirkin, take back that which is now yours by right. Stinky Mikote, come to stop Kikurin's business. Come to take shinies. Kill her. Kill the Stinky. Stinky? don't kill, kick a river, please don't kill. Take back, monk, sir. Take back, monk circle. Take and spare. All right. The fourth relic is now yours. You have done well, sister. But know this, there is another relic, a fifth and final piece. It will be yours, a gift from brother to sister, given on the day the Alamigo stands free once more. That day is near. Eric sent word long ago. He claims his revolution has begun as well. He has made a grand discovery and is setting it to paper. I look forward to his work. With it, we will know all we must. The day he finishes will be the day Alamigo is reborn. Return to him now, sister. Ask for yourself when the day will be. May Ralger watch over you. I'm afraid I haven't the time for you now, Clalin. I was penning my thesis based on the ethereal data you and the simpleton collected. There's been significant development since we last spoke, or rather, since I last spoke and you stood there before me with the ever-vapid expression. Soon I'll complete my work and present it at a conference of my peers. Surely you can pass the time until then punching and kicking and pursuing other monkly interests, yes? Go do that then. My theory is correct. Correct, I tell you. This will be the greatest academic breakthrough in my lifetime. Perhaps of all lifetimes. I shall spare you the details of my experiment, as you are not like to comprehend their significance anyways. And proceed directly to the all-important conclusion. The announcement of my theory before a council of my peers was met with thunderous applause. To think I owed all to this scant, vacant-eyed adventurer and a simpleton monk. Both you and the Pugilist Guild have been sent your due debt of gratitude. Speaking of the monk, where in yours has this semi-literate oaf wandered off to? I took note of his attendance among the spectators at the conference, but he has yet to present himself and offer his congratulations. Yeah, what have I done? I feel the words I offered may have driven Widergelt to attempt the insane. I analyzed the ethereal waves of your body second by second. I was able to isolate and identify those of the final ethereal regulation mechanisms, the so-called seventh chakra. From that, I was able to find the land which was the most likely to resonate with those waves. Silver Tear Falls. I went to the site myself to investigate, and it was there that I made my great discovery. The discovery of the century. It occurs to me that you shall never understand such a feat in the mind, Clalin, and I find myself pitying you, but I digress. Do you not see what I have done, Clalin? I told him precisely where he must go to unlock the seventh chakra. He has given his life to fight to reclaim Alamigo from the Empire. More than anything, he desires a power needed to achieve that end. The power to combat the might of all Golemols. Any fool can see that. Almost any fool can see that. See that he imagines the seventh chakra for that power. Yet battling the Empire on such terms will only result in another tragedy, that which befell Alamigo. I pray you do not mean to follow him into this fool's crusade. He has gone to Silver Tear Falls and Mordona. I'm certain of it. You must go, Clalin. You must stop him. My words will not sway him, just as he could not sway my son. Perhaps yours will. almost done with the mock quest. I believe this is the last quest. Level 50. You claim the power of Golemald. Fools. Power aside your own cannot be trusted. You had no hope of defeating me. The seventh chakra swells within me. Soon it will open. When it does, the Empire will burn. The power of Magitech, the power of Golemald. They are nothing. Alamigo fell to these. Ah, sister, you are late. But perhaps that is best. I just attended our Garlean guests. I wanted us to be alone. Eric was right. This is the place. You have come. Our chakras beat as drums. Do you not feel it, sister? Living in constant fear of death, struggling to stay warm enough to sleep, eating crumbs to fight hunger. Garlemald took everything from Alamigo. They left us nothing. And even not even our pride. Look at the craven teacher. He is proof of the truth I seek. I will reclaim it, all of it, but I need great power to do so. The power rests in the seventh chakra. I made you a promise I have not forgotten. The fifth and final piece, it is yours to claim, but only if you defeat me. I told you when we first met, we monks seek sacred power. Then they're retrained. This is how the chakras are opened. The teacher told me himself, this is where the seventh chakra opens. This is my sacred battleground. The ground of battle between you and me. Your strength has peaked. Through it, mine will grow. Do not despair. Your death will have purpose. It will be for Alamigo. Rejoice, sister. You shall die, martyr. So close. Why? Why would we not yield your power for the greater good? Stay back. This power is mine. The others of yours shall ignore our suffering. Why should I care for their lives? Why should I care for yours? I must have the power. I must protect my people. Clalin, that power. That light. Never have seen anything like it. Is this the opening of the seventh chakra? Fascinating. Simply fascinating. You have no mind to study, but your gift for field work is extraordinary indeed. Why? Oh, why? Why did you strike me? Silence, you bloody fool, you oaf, you idiot. I would strike you 1,000 more times if it did not pain my hand to do so. Next time I shall bring a stick. Bugger, opening your infernal chakra and opening your bloody ears for once. Sid Garland of the Ironwork that bear his name once wrote that the Silver Tear Falls lie at the center of our world. Our world is round and we live on its surface. Even should you see then that he did not speak of the center of this physical sense. I am no astrologian, nor a biologist, but I have studied enough of the various sentences to say this. The vital energy of Heidelin, that which is called ether, is one and the same as the life force of which you monks believe. As the center of our world, these Silver Tear Falls are connected to what you might call chakra in an inexplicably profound way. We all share in the same existence. We are neither separate nor distinct from the world. Our energy and its energy are one. At times, that energy may wreak havoc and destruction, but it plays a far grander and more significant role. To bring forth life as part of this world, you must endeavor to do the same. You sought only to gain power by force. In that you are no different than the very Garlands you seek to destroy. Is this what you truly wish to be? You speak pretty words, but would you speak them to our people? To every soul who has suffered? To children with empty bellies? To wives made widows? I would. To every last soul among them. Even if they fail to grasp their meaning as you do now, I would and will speak those words until they are understood. Long have I studied the history of this realm's wars. If there's aught I have learned, is that there's no future for Eosa should her people struggle and vie for power without considering the consequences of their doing so. With great power comes great responsibility. To seize the power and deny the latter is to beget despair. The duty we owe to one another and to this world are, as part of it, is to use what power we might possess to deliver a future full of life, not death. Can you truly not see the right in this? You have done the realm, indeed the world, a great service, Clalin. As a scholar, as a teacher, as an Alamegan, as a man, I owe you my deepest thanks. Watergalt is stubborn, as most monks are. I do not know if it's possible for him to change his mind, but I pray he does, for his own sake and for the world's. He calls you his sister. Go now, speak to him as one. Not long ago, I spoke with a man, an Alamegan. He too was of the resistance. He asked me a simple question: why do I fight? I did not hesitate. I did not think. The word came of its own will: revenge. He said revenge is in all our hearts, that it is the most common of all of reasons, the easiest, and the most dangerous. I did not think of it then. Perhaps now I should. I thought of nothing else, but you thought of me, sister, you and the teacher. For this I thank you both. I made a promise, I will keep it. The fifth piece is yours. It is meant for you, for one whose seventh chakra is open. Alamigo wrought to protect itself, to protect all the Orza from the Empire. And yet we are despised, ignored, worse, we are forgotten. Even so, the teacher preached peace. For a long time I did not understand. I hated him for it. Alamegans are a proud people. Their pride is strong in me, and the teacher, as it is in his son. He fought in the resistance, yet it cost him his life. He too cursed his father for being a coward. I wish I could speak to him. I wish to tell him that this is not so. Farewell, sister. May Ralger watch over you. Perfect balance. All right. All right, folks. Thank you for joining here for learning a bit more of the Final Fantasy story, focusing on Monk, Pugilist, and Monk. That will be the end of today's stream. It's getting a little bit late. I say this before, early work comes early. Sleep is needed. For those that probably watch my eyes are heavy, meaning it's time for me to get some sleep. So thank you for joining. Let's see what we can raid today before we truly call it a night. Right. Yeah. Let's see. Who just... So many different people can... Let's see, are they open? Let's go with Reisna. Don't know who that is. Folks, once again, I thank you all for joining. Let's get this ready. Thank you all for joining. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Hope the day continues to, or week continues to go well for you. I should be on tomorrow, hopefully a little bit later. We'll continue on with the story. Tomorrow, focusing on Thermitage and Black Mage. Till then, if you like what you see, click on follow, click on like, be notified of future updates. And until then, everyone take care. We shall raid in 5 seconds. Once again, have a good night and take care.
Games such as Xenogears. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Stream's doing good. What were you up to? And how'd you find me? Let me give you a shout out. Oh. That's new, Nightbot. Okay, that's a lot of information. I'm gonna need to fix that. Okay, that was a lot of information. How was 14? Were you doing patch stuff? What were you up to? Also, thank you for dropping in. I appreciate you. If you need to do some post-stream care as well, take care of your... You can go ahead and feel free to take care of that. But if you wanna stay and lurk or hang out, we're playing on Aether right now. I'm on Cactar. And I need to remember where all the trial stuff is. Guild of Aria, remove role restrictions. Also, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, Captain Andy. And then it's Al-Qaeda Department? Why did I like, yeah. I know, Nightbot's oversharing, and I'm like, that's kind of, I don't like that. I need to fix that, so we're gonna not do that. Nightbot, you're not allowed to overshare anymore. I would join, but normal raid. No worries, Thinker's wife. We're all good.